President Muhammad Buhari leaves for Nairobi for 6th Tokyo International Conference on Africa's Development. Inter-Party Advisory Council declares support for federal government's anti-corruption drive and economic revitalization in Nigeria. International community updated on federal government's economic diversification program as Minister of Information and Culture addresses Parliament in Scotland. Hello, welcome to NTA International News. I'm Nancy Godi Angunihu. President Muhammad Buhari has left Abuja for Nairobi, Kenya. So in the course of this bulletin, registered political parties under the auspices of the Inter-Party Advisory Council have expressed their support for the ongoing anti-corruption drive and economic revitalization of the federal administration. This was during the federal inauguration of the new Executive Committee of IPAC held in Abuja. Abdullahi Gabak bringing Kudu reports.
A 7-member National Executive Committee took oath of office to run the affairs of IPAC for a one-year period. It is a body that fosters inter-party mutual relationships.
Batunde reports.
Government smiled to the bank after revenue rose astronomically following the remittance of company income tax and petroleum profit tax in June. However, that revenue was almost halved in July as gross statutory revenue declined by 250.97 billion naira. Crude oil export decreased by 2.8 million barrels in April, which affected income as Federation export revenue decreased by $102.17 million. The increase in amount shared was occasioned by a recovery of 1.373 billion naira excess bank charges, exchange gain as well as arrears of 36.494 billion naira from the month of May.
Established that some banks overcharged. So these banks were requested to refund. So these refunds which you are seeing in these figures.
A case was made to the National Economic Council, and CBN was directed to refund that the gain to use the flexible exchange rate. So it was on the basis of this that this 36 billion accrued to the Federation account.
Lagos will soon join the League of All.
The Permanent Secretary also addressed the issue of channels of communication as some foreign missions of the habit of undermining laid-down procedures as well as giving out negative information about the country. From the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Gabriel Udu, NTA News.
Now, to further strengthen military ties between Nigeria and Bangladesh through information sharing on combating terrorism, members of Course 2016 Bangladesh National Defense College visited the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, in his office. Olayinka Ojo reports.
Bangladesh and Nigeria, in terms of military training, purposeful military leadership and intelligence gathering, have common things to share and challenges to meet, according to the team leader, Rear Admiral Mohammed Anwarul Islam. Commending the Nigerian Army in the fight against insurgency, Rear Admiral Anwarul Islam said the visit is to learn more on national security and development.
The model the Chief of Army Staff, after he has taken over, comprises the multinational security task force, taking all the regional parties together. I think it's a great example of how to tackle the menace of terrorism in this globalized world.
Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai said, successes recorded so far in the fight against insurgency is collective, as all security agencies have played their role. The feat recorded, he explained, wouldn't have been possible but for the support and encouragement of the present administration.
The government has put in place machinery where the reconstruction efforts will kickstart immediately. These areas are stabilized.
The Chief of Army Staff is an alumnus of the Bangladesh National Defense College, course 2008. In Abuja, Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Senator Aisha Jummal Alhassan, says her ministry is ready to partner any organization that is ready to better the lives of Nigerians, especially the aged. The minister stated this when a non-governmental organization, Dave Omokaro Foundation, a body on advocacy on policy for aging, paid her a visit in Abuja. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday reports.
The later years of life are like the end of a masquerade party when the masks are dropped. Research has it that there are about 8.4 million older persons in Nigeria and growing rapidly at approximately 3.3%, with a projection to reach 30 million by 2050. Currently, there is no policy framework to cater for this category of persons, which the Dave Omokaro Foundation is spearheading. Senator Aisha says it is a welcome development.
Part of the mandate of this ministry is the vulnerable, which includes the aged people. And we are all candidates for aging. Nobody wants to die young. So we all pray that one day we'll be aged. And if we start working and taking care of those that are aged now, we'll be sure, and there's guarantee that we'll also be taken care of when we reach that stage.
So we are going to work very well with the Coalition of Societies for the Rights of Older Persons in Nigeria. With the ministry, we will partner to see that aging is mainstreamed across all the MDs.
If the request of this special group of people is fully granted,
supports in future.
This is very much reassuring, and I can assure you that we are interested and we'll be happy to continue this partnership.
Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
The Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, Yakubu Mohammed, has lauded the initiatives of the National Council for Women Societies, NCWS, in promoting the rights of women and children in society. It was when the leadership of the council paid a courtesy visit to the DG and the management of the NTA. Kenneth Nanim reports.
Director General of the NTA, Malam Yakubu Mohammed, highlighted the important roles of women in the society and the confidence report.
Have you been thinking about coming to Nigeria? Then what are you waiting for? Come share in our wealth of vast resources. Come discover treasure. Come to where there's lots of business opportunities.
When it comes to, I think, the dilapidated equipment.
I value it because it is coming from people, who know exactly, what broadcasting and journalism are all about.
The country has given me a lot of opportunities. When you have a lot of privileges also entail responsibility.
Those honored include personal assistant to the president on broadcast media, Shabal Sharada. In Abuja, Fatima Aliyu, NTA News.
More on the media front. Media practitioners in the country are being reminded of their constitutional roles as managers of information, builders of society, and promoters of good governance through constructive analysis of events. They can achieve this through synergy with the government to